If you play your cards right, December is a great month to attract new audiences. How do you generate leads during holidays? Because if you have no leads, then there's absolutely no sales. This is the right time for you to get your systems in place, set up automations, set up a CRM in the first place, or just sit down and dissect your business to see where the gaps are, what you're doing, and things like that. So think of your back-end systems as your foundation. If your foundation is not right, then it's hard to scale. So 3 things to get your lead generation during this season is holiday-themed freebies, collaborations, partnerships with monetary benefit if you can, and social media campaigns about availability of services and products you have. Really making use of the holiday season to nurture and convert is a great way. I usually use the December time to sit down and set my back end. Are you a business owner struggling to generate leads and close sales? Does it feel like without the right marketing and sales strategies, your business is just an expensive hobby? If this sounds familiar, you are in the right place. My name is Dr. Priya, digital product strategist and business automation expert specializing in marketing and sales strategies. This podcast is designed for business owners and entrepreneurs who want to take control of their business operations, supercharge their marketing efforts, and drive growth through strategic CRM and business automation. In every episode, we will dive deep into our Power Pivot framework, which basically involves your product and pricing, your online and offline presence, your warm lead generation strategies, evaluating your sales process, and creating retainer and retargeting existing client formula. Through this framework, even the smallest pivots can create massive business success. So, if you're ready to scale your business with simple, actionable strategies that combine the right marketing, automation, and CRM tips, you might want to listen to today's episode. Hello, my lovely listeners. Welcome back to another interesting episode. This is a very special episode that I've been meaning to do, but this year I feel I'm eligible and I'm qualified to do this. Until late last year, my niche was in coaching, and coaching is kind of a hard niche because people get to choose when they want to get coached. And last November, I remember my mastermind finished in November, and none of them re-signed because it's that time of the year. So I wanted to jump out of my balcony. It was a terrible month in terms of cash flow. Everything took a hit. And most importantly, more than cash flow, I think my confidence took a hit. And that was a pivotal moment for me and my business to think about how can I have retainer offers that people would not pause, where my offers become a choice for them to choose from. I wanted to create a sticky offer that their business would be completely dependent on, so they would not stop the subscription. So I guess it took me 12 months to get here, but I'm so glad I got here. So in this episode, I'm going to answer one big question that I get asked a lot. How do I make money in December? And I did not feel qualified enough to record this episode prior to this because that was a question in my head myself. So December is I call it the silly season. Traditionally, a lot of industries slow down. For some, it's chaotic, messy, and it's Christmas, like money. It's raining money everywhere. So if it is a slow month for you, or you're trying to ramp up, or it's Christmas for you, there are different challenges for all these levels. So this episode, I'm going to talk about how you can continue to, if that's what you want, or if you want to have control over your orders, how you want to manage the mad rush, then you will get something out of this episode as well. So I'm going to cater this to all the people who are struggling to get leads, who are getting some leads but not converting, or don't know what to sell during Christmas, or you're getting heaps of leads and sales, but you're drowning and you want a life and you want a break. So pretty much we're going to address all these issues. It's going to be an interesting episode. All right. So, first, even before I go into the technical aspects of this particular time of the year and the challenges we face, I want to address the elephant in the room. Just the mindset around December. So many businesses just assume December is a dead month. Like if you think I'm recording this episode on the 1st of December and we just finished Black Friday and Shopify had released its stats where people spent billions with a B just on Shopify product related websites. So people are busy, they are distracted by holidays, they're waiting for the new year to start fresh, they want all their ducks to be lined. True, all of this is true, but it's also a month full of opportunity. This is the time I would advise everyone to show up consistently because people are in the spending mindset. They want to get gifts for their loved ones. They want to make Christmas special. They want to do a lot of things, right? They're more than just intentional. It's the emotional aspect that are there. People are looking for something meaningful or something silly and stupid. That's not your audience anyways. So it's your responsibility to craft a particular offer around your product or services that will be a solution to their particular problem. All right. So now you can pause this episode. I want you to write down 3 ways your business can solve any pain point for your audience. Do you save them time? If you're thinking about holidays, do you help them plan? Or you're offering something that they can't get elsewhere. What is your unique selling proposition, USP? This particular clarity will help you strategize this particular month really well. So take a couple of minutes, complete this episode, come back. Okay, now that we've got clarity around what problem we solve, because you can have a great product, but if you're not going to pair your product with a problem, you're not going to sell, period. Lots of P's in here. Problem, your product, period. 3 things, right? So I really want to focus on the problem aspect. This is your problem. I've got a solution. Let's do this. That's it. My sales calls used to be 1 hour. Now it's come down to 20 minutes. 20 minutes of demo of my CRM, 10 minutes of literally asking them what is that they want. And I say, this is your problem. My CRM or the system strategy that I've got can solve that particular problem. I don't tend to sell the whole CRM. This is the problem. This is the solution. Off you go. So that's why I've got great conversion rates, because I can actually target a particular solution to the problem they're facing. It's not about me banking and take a lot of money from them. It's about solving the problem for the client that they're facing. So always, before you go and throw out your great service or product, ask them, what's the challenge you're facing right now? What's the problem you're facing right now? Okay, so that's the big elephant in the room we have addressed. The next part, I want to talk about lead generation. How do you generate leads during holidays? Because if you have no leads, then there's absolutely no sales. So if you play your cards right, December is a great month to attract new audiences. So I'm going to give you 3 strategies to do that. First one is holiday themed freebies. Anything quick you can whip up as a PDF, as a checklist, as a guide or a template. Literally preparing a guide will help you get more leads. For example, if you're a fitness coach or a fitness trainer, just a simple thing, how to stay fit through the holiday. A simple guide, or how to stay fit through all these parties, how to be picky and mindful and intentional during this crazy party season. So this is going to be a great value add for people who are actually frantically searching for some help, because they are going to go to the parties. That's unavoidable. But how can you stay intentional about what you pick, what you eat? Although it's like common sense, it seems like common sense. People would love some help, especially from someone who's qualified to give that. Okay, so holiday themed freebies would be your best bet to get your lead generation in the first place. The second, I would highly focus on getting collaborations. So partner, collaborate with complementary businesses that cross-promote each of your offers. Okay, so I collaborate with a mindset coach who does business coaching, and she promotes my offers. I promote her offers. So that's a great example. We refer each other businesses during this silly season, and you get more leads. It's a win-win for both. We've got referral fees there. So it's not just a nice thing to have, but it actually compels people to send through referrals because they also get benefited out of it. So partnership or collaboration with a monetary benefit is a win-win, and I highly believe in that. If you can do that for your niche, then you would get great stuff out of it. And the last thing, which is sounds like a common sense to do is social media campaigns that target towards social media. So one of my clients, the marketing we're doing, she had few consulting left. She's in allied health. So we initially, she wanted some posts, say limited seats or specific number of seats left for these particular dates. And then we crafted the post, she approved it, it's all scheduled. But then she came back and said, hey, all this consultation taken, can you change the seats to say we're fully booked out till the end of January? So now actively taking bookings for February. So social media campaigns are a great reminder to tell people where you're at. If you want to sell, that's an opportunity for you to sell. Actually, there is limited seats. Be genuine. I don't do fake scarcity, and I would never encourage any of my clients to do fake scarcity. So if genuinely you've got few consultations or seats left, tell them these many are left, and then you can actually genuinely tell them all the seats are now taken, but we would love to have you on a wait list or come back in January or February. So social media campaigns are a great way to generate leads. So 3 things to get your lead generation during this season is holiday themed freebies, collaborations, partnerships with monetary benefit if you can, and social media campaigns about availability of services and products you have. Now, nurturing leads, that's a very, very important aspect. So I've mentioned in multiple podcast episodes about my Monday morning 9 a.m. Brisbane newsletter. So every Monday morning 9 a.m. Brisbane time, my newsletter hits my list. So that's one way of me nurturing my particular email. Even if you don't do weekly or monthly email, a personalized holiday email, an end of calendar year, end of year email is a nice thing to remind your customers about you, the successes you've had, the growth you've had, everything to just consolidate in one email is a very, very engaged strategy to make them feel part of your business and just share your wins, share challenges, anything that you feel. I'm very authentic. If I've had a crappy week, I tell people I've had a crappy week. So you can choose how authentic you want to be and what level you want to share things. So definitely email is a great way to nurture your leads. I mean, if you had told me this in 2023, I would laugh at you. I didn't believe in it. But now I've seen my email campaigns and email newsletter is my great source of lead nurture, and people trust me because of my consistency, discipline, and the value that I provide through my email newsletters. So when you're writing email, always focus on what's in it for them. It's not about you peacocking that you're great. Okay, that's just a gentle, tough love for you. The second thing that you can do is create exclusive offers, like really, really create limited time only festive bonuses, festive discounts. Like I did Black Friday deal for my Indian offer for my VA agency to get more leads. And that was a great thing how I got 3 leads to convert who were actually sitting on the fence. So they were already there when I gave them 100 US discount. They just grabbed it like hotcakes. So really making use of the holiday season to nurture and convert is a great way. The reason the nurturing sequences, the nurturing strategies is basically run with just one goal. It's to make your audience feel like they actually feel seen and heard. They matter. They're just not a number there, but you're actually putting in the effort to build that connection. So sales becomes a natural outcome and not a pushy activity or a pushy hard sell. So that's the whole purpose of lead generation. And then we're going to do sales in December. So sales in December, like the nurture, it has to automatically convert to sales. How do you do that? By having a specific call to action. Most businesses miss out on call to actions. They just feel that if they just post, people will just come to them. No. Psychologically, humans follow instructions, or when they say that you please do this, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Why do you think people with millions of followers still say people subscribe to my YouTube channel and drive them to that button where click here, turn your notifications on, the bell icon and all that? Because we are visual. Most of them are visual. When you tell them what to do, people tend to do it. So if your niche is something related to holiday shopping or New Year resolutions or end of year reflections, budgeting, mindset coaching, start year planning, business planning, retreats, anything that you do which is time sensitive, which can be promoted during the holidays, just try and overcome whatever objections they have, and then you can literally close them easily. So if you have the right strategy to basically capture your leads, nurture your leads, then the conversion part should be easy without a hard sell. So remember, selling equals serving. So I see a lot of people have a lot of objections around selling because they feel it's being pushy, it's sleazy, it's icky. But when you think about the value you bring to the table, and without that monetary exchange, you're not going to give that time and energy and effort to help them, then obviously you will not hesitate to ask for that money, because unless there's that exchange, you're not going to be able to help them. For me to help you, okay, this is how I put it. Help me to help you. Unless you go through that deal, I'm not able to help you, right? So please help me to help you. There's ways how you can strategize that, but that's how I'll say it. Like literally, there was a person from my networking group who sent through a landing page for his offer that I was like completely sold. I'm like, send me the link. I'm going to pay straight away. Okay. I was such a hot lead. And then I got an email saying that this is the registration for the event, and then just a link to express interest. I'm like, I've already expressed interest to you. Now I just want to pay. So I sent a friendly text like, please allow me to help you to set this all up, right? And so you can capture the hot leads and payment straight away, not through multiple emails back and forth. Literally, it's me screaming to help, right? And there I made it very clear, I'm not selling you anything. This is my Christmas gift for you. So I set that expectation very clear. I'm not trying to sell you. This is genuinely from a place of serving. I want to help you. So please allow me to help you. There's no monetary or expenses involved from you. I'm going to do it as a friendly favor, and I'm not expecting any money. But if it's a client and that I'm going to sell something, I'll say, allow me to help you. Unless this deal goes through, unless you accept a contract, unless you action the invoice, I'm not able to help you. So please help me help you. That's how I would position it. Okay. And if you're not trying to sell, if you're trying to actually cope with the mad rush, you've got lots of leads, lots of sales, but then you don't have enough system to back up and plan and manage those orders and sales, or if you feel everything is clunky, everything is very, very unorganized, it's all over the place, then this is the right time for you to actually get your systems in place, set up automations, set up a CRM in the first place, or just sit down and dissect your business to see where the gaps are, what you're doing, and things like that. So I think this is a beautiful time to do that. So think of your back-end systems as your foundation. If your foundation is not right, then it's hard to scale. So I usually use the December time to sit down and set my back end and build all the building phase that happens during this time. So this year, I'm going to launch my VA training dashboard that has been pending for a long time. So I've decided to hire trainers to do it. I understood that I don't have the time to create any training material or sit and train my team. So I'm hiring trainers to actually train my team. So I'm creating all the systems for the trainer to come in and do it. So if you are in that phase, then use this time to actually build your back-end system. So next year, when you start fresh, 2025, you can basically start off with the right systems, with the right foot, so you can just scale. All right. So let's have a quick recap of what we discussed so we can make Christmassy more Christmassy in December. So first is to shifting your mindset that December is full of opportunity. It's not just a waste of time. People are not shutting down. People are not spending money, or it's a recession. It's living expense. Those are just excuses, or your brain is just telling you those excuses. That's not helping you. So please shift your mindset that December is full of opportunity. People are throwing money. You just have to get a fair share of the pie using the right strategies. And then generating leads, use holiday or the season specific freebies, collaborate, partnership, and if there's a revenue sharing model, then that'll be a great win-win, and do specific social media campaigns to attract new audiences. And then when you're trying to nurture relationships, email is a great way to do it. So do like an end of year reflection kind of email with all the stats. If you have exclusive season offers, give them offers, and social media is a great place to nurture your audience. And then closing the sales comes through proper nurturing. So every post having a specific call to action, creating scarcity, genuine scarcity, urgency with time-specific offers. And if it's giftable, then that is also a great way how you can close sales. For people who actually have no issues with leads and sales but need back-end system sorted, then this is the great time to organize, automate, and set up your systems right, so you set yourself up for a great new year 2025. So I hope this particular episode was useful for everybody in different stages of your business. If you need to have a chat with me, book a call using the link in the show notes. And I'm happy to walk you through where you are in your business right now and where you want to be and what's the fastest, easiest, smartest way. I'm lazy. I like smart work than hard work. So what's the easiest way to get to point A to point B in the shortest, easiest amount of time? So I'm happy to guide you through that. If you want to trial my CRM, you've got links to my free trial link in the description and show notes. So go through that, sign up for a free trial, and then my team can help you set it all up. So I'm super excited for you to make the most of this December. And if you still have struggles, book a strategy call with me and I'm happy to help. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you found value in today's episode, make sure to follow, share, leave a review so we know that you love listening to us. And if you are looking at more valuable tips, insights, tools, and resources to help grow your business, please visit pivottothrive.com.au. I will leave links in the show notes below. Just remember, if your current strategy isn't working, you don't have to quit. You just pivot, because the right pivot can make a huge difference. Let's pivot and keep thriving. I'll see you in the next episode.